America is a nation of immigrants. Every single person here, except possibly the Native Americans, came from some other part of the world. It is the hard work, the diligence, the caring, the passion of our foremothers and forefathers that made America what we are today. I was asked to speak very briefly about my background. I'm delighted to welcome all of you here to our law firm. It's one of the top immigration law firms in the world on U.S. immigration law. We're about 70 or 75 professionals here in Baltimore. We have 20 outside of the United States, so we're about 100 employees. And all we do is U.S. immigration law, which is an incredible compliment to the great nation and the fact that we attract the best and brightest from around the world to come to our shores. I know Governor Ehrlich has been a very, very strong supporter of pro-business, pro-immigration, and pro-legal immigration in particular. America is a nation of laws. Every single person here has to follow the laws. We're all Americans. We're all lawyers. Many of us here are lawyers. And it is by following the law and by following our rules that we can build a strong nation. After all, it is a nation built on the rule of law. Just 30 seconds since we're to focus on immigration. I came in as a student on an F1 visa as a full-time student to study at Harvard Law School. Then switched to a J1 as an international scholar to work in New York City, then switched to an H1B to work as a temporary specialized specialty knowledge worker, then became a green card holder and then a citizen. The process took 12 years, a dozen years, with a Harvard Law School degree. Thank you very much. On behalf of our clients, on behalf of every immigrant, on behalf of, I know, the Hispanics, the Asians, the Americans, Russians, I know we have some of our lawyers come on in. We welcome Governor Ehrlich to join us, and we would love to and be honored to hear from you, Governor. Thank you.
Well, how do I follow that story? How do you follow that story? That's America.
Yes.
Yeah. And the press conference, that's it. What you just heard says it all. Immigration is an issue of great concern to Marylanders and Americans today. It has become more of a hot-button issue in this campaign than we originally thought because of a new phrase that Gov O'Malley coined during the second debate, the Washington Post, this new American deal, which I guess is accurate except for it's not new and it's not American. Other than that, it's pretty accurate. What you just heard is America. Besides Native Americans, all of us came here with, some of us came here on slave ships. Many of us came here to practice religious freedom. The common denominator with regard to most people who came here was poor. Nobody had a buck. Nobody had a dollar. They came here to explore freedom and religious opportunity and economic opportunity and just live as free Americans in a great, great country. It's become a cliche this election cycle, but it's the truth nevertheless that the federal government has failed miserably with regard to immigration.
Yes.
Both administrations, all recent administrations, Republican, Democrat alike, the national parties have not had the political will to do what needs to be done. And the reality of it is it's driven people apart, and that's wrong. That's not what the country's all about. The cost with regard to illegal immigration is staggering. Estimates vary, but between $1 billion and $2 billion a year just in Maryland. Interesting, in doing my research here, in 2009, the Northern Virginia Regional Gang Task Force reported that due to tougher laws, many illegal alien groups are leaving Virginia for safe havens in Maryland. So when you put the welcome sign out, that's what happens. And that's really unfortunate. I'm joined here today by real new Americans. It's not easy. You stand in line, you wait, sometimes a decade or more. You dot your I's, you cross your T. You learn English in some cases. You become an American. Again, these are cliches, but they're cliches because they're true. This country is all about immigration, as I said. It's all about keeping your ethnic identity, celebrating it. I've often talked about it as German of the Year in 1996. Yes. I go to the German Festival. I go to all the ethnic festivals. We love the food. As a politician, you never turn down food at an ethnic festival, ever. You just eat, even if you don't like it. Doesn't matter. But I don't look to Germany for my political values. I don't look to Germany for my culture, my language. And I'm an American. It's a singular, it's my roots. It's my roots, and I'll celebrate my roots forever, but I really celebrate my country. My dad fought for this country. A lot of people have fought and died for this country. There are Marines crawling through caves in Afghanistan today to protect our freedom. So that's what we're about. Concerning the state, we have particular issues with regard to driver's licenses, with regard to state tuition, with regard to certain groups who wish to take tax dollars and encourage illegal activity. These issues have been properly debated in the course of the campaign. You could not have a more clear difference between the two major party candidates on these issues. Everybody knows our record, everybody knows Martin O'Malley's record. I am really proud, and you get sometimes emotional when you see what's behind me, when you see the story, when you hear the stories of individuals and what they went through in order to live in this country. My question to Martin O'Malley would be, if you, at your discretion, have said and practiced that we should not follow one set of laws, what other laws do you wish us not to respect? You don't get to pick and choose laws. He's a lawyer. He should know better. We deserve better. Thank you for being here today.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak to you today. I am a naturalized American citizen, so I guess that means that I am truly one of the new Americans because I am a citizen. My story is very simple and very common among the Italians that came to the United States back in the 50s. My father came here because it was truly the land of opportunity, and he was so excited to be able to raise his family and bring his family from Italy to be able to achieve the goals that he wasn't going to be able to achieve at that time in Italy. He came here, he worked, he went through the system, he became a citizen. Sent for my mother, who came to the United States, went through the system, became a citizen. When she became a citizen, at 4 years old, I too became a citizen. And of course, at 4 years old, you don't realize the impact that that's going to have until later in your life. I am so happy that my parents made that journey to the States because of all the opportunities that I have and we were able to achieve. But I'm mostly proud because we did it the right way. And so I am passionate about this issue. I'm passionate because I watched my family, my cousins, my uncles, aunts that came over from Italy and came to the United States with the promise of the opportunity. They understood then, and that spirit unfortunately has been lost. They understood that the United States gives you opportunity, but you have to give back to the United States. And that's what they did. They worked, they did it the right way. So we embrace the immigrants. I embrace the immigrants. The immigrants are a huge part of what that melting pot is, the United States melting pot. But when you listen, when you hear those words, melting pot, what happens when you put lots of different things in a pot? They melt together and they become one. We have separated. We have separated. We are not one. We're pulling for this issue because we may be Hispanic or Italian or African American or whatever it is that we are. Or Irish. But we should remember that what brings us together and why we're here in the United States is because we are Americans. My parents held on to their tradition. I am incredibly proud to be Italian. We have held on to our traditions, and I will never deny that. I still speak the language. I go and visit Italy, but there's no other place that I'd rather be. Here in the United States. So I want everyone to join me in supporting our governor, because he is truly a man that understands opportunity. He is truly a man that is going to help us with this immigration problem. We want everyone to become one. Hold on to your heritage, hold on to it, and be proud. But be proud to become American, and be proud to do it the right way, to contribute to this great nation, and make it, and continue to make it what it is today. Thank you.
becoming a citizen in 2001, right at the kickoff of his first campaign. And I worked hard for him to become the first Republican governor in a long time in Maryland. And I was proud the day that I got a letter from him appointing me to a little position, but to serve my government. That was the proudest moment in my life. And I thank you. Another thing is, like, to continue with the theme, we need to learn that there's a difference between culture and heritage. We need to assimilate to the American culture while preserving our proud Hispanic heritage, and me, Italian heritage from Florida, and assimilate to the American culture as much as we can. I came here, I didn't speak a lick of English. I think I'm doing pretty good. You assimilate. When in Rome, do what Romans do. We got to assimilate to this great culture that American is. So, again, thank you for giving me the time.